And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Second down, Brissett. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
On first down, Abdullah. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flex round! Flex round!
Brissett now on second down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Down right around the 25. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Brissett. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Set.
Barrett looks to throw on first. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Kevin Dodd in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Big hold of the 30. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 84 yards. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. And
the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Amir Abdullah, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They start on the ground with Geis. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the gun on 3rd down. Barrett looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Darquan. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first 2 downs. It brings up a key 3rd down.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And this is incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Orleans Darquan, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Barrett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a give. This is Abdullah. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Brissett sets to throw it. He goes underneath to Abdullah. Space to run past the 20. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Brissett now. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. B.J. Goodson leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Flex round! Flex round!
From the gun, here's Brissett. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves
Green,
here.
39! Green, 39!
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now look at 56.
On 1st and 10, here's Barrett. That's caught by Trey Quinn. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, Barrett to throw. And an alley to run. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On 1st down, Barrett. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw Barrett. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's taken down inside the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Barrett. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Barrett now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the shotgun, here's Barrett. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They start the drive with a duel. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On the run, Darkwa. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. Oh, a nice spin. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up first and 10. And a nice spin into some open field. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Leopard! 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 Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, they can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Throwing on 1st down. Barrett. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now Barrett. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Barrett on play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Gun, Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Into the Redskins. Have it, they do.
Well, that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
On first down, this is Geis, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They come up in an offset eye. Here we go with Geis. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the ground, Geis, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run with Darkwa. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Brissett. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. B.J. Goodson in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll hand it down to Geis. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Leopard!
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Geis. Gets around him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Working out of the gun, it's Barrett. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Geis, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Geis receives the pitch. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. no runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Barrett. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Now that's an offensive line you and I can play behind. How about the amount of time they gave their guy to scan the field and find someone open? Had all night, and in a game like this, probably should just put a spotlight on them instead of the quarterback.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Geis. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now a toss. This is Geis. And a short gain here down to the 22. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Gun!
Operating from the gun, Barrett. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And Hopkins' kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
A 1st down throw for Brissett. It's complete left side to Aguilar. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here's Darkwa. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Brissett on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a 2nd down. A handoff to Abdullah. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Brissett. Aguilar has it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12.
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
And they'll run it here. And shedding through the tackle. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. And it's good. And on opening weekend, a field goal to win it as time expires. And the Eagles are going to win the football game. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Eagles, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.